Virgin Galactic's short interest, it increased a little bit, 17.5%. If you look into the past, it's 17.6. This was 34.3. This was back before the test flight happened. Now the test flight has happened. People have more trust into it, but they're still hoping for another short. So there are shorters who are interested in this particular stock. Now let's look into this particular article where it's talking about 3 reasons to avoid SPCE stock despite their successful test flight. To be honest, articles that come out from Investor Place, I read it with a sense of caution. But let's look into what is happening, and you guys can tell me if I'm interpreting anything wrong. The article initially starts off with Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Richard Branson, and the article basically starts off with how SpaceX and Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin are doing better, or they've been into the business for quite a bit of time before Virgin Galactic, and they're trying to do things better. But then he started about Virgin Galactic. But hey, isn't this article about Virgin Galactic? Yeah, it is. So he started talking about Virgin Galactic. So the first step, so he talks about three reasons that he feels that Virgin Galactic is not a good company. The first reason is SPCE stock and the reality of investing in space exploration. So the thesis he talks about is the whole space industry is expected to generate over $1 trillion by 2040 and up to $350 billion today. So he's talking about, initially he's taking that case and setting up that, yes, the space industry is very lucrative and there's a lot of money that needs to be made. And right now, there is no other company apart from SPCE. Blue Origin or SpaceX, both of them are not public companies. There's no other solution apart from Virgin Galactic. So all the investors are investing into Virgin Galactic. That's the thesis that he's presenting with. But if you think about the way Virgin Galactic is doing, Blue Origin and SpaceX, they're both rocket companies where they're launching rockets, and they are planning on, or they're working on getting these rockets back onto the world or back onto the Earth safely, so minimizing the cost of the rocket launches. Virgin, on the other hand, is using their Boeing airplanes or their flights to take these rockets up onto the suborbital, so help in launching that from that level itself. So instead of taking rockets or creating rockets, they're using their planes in order to launch the space or the craft into the airspace. So a much more minimalistic, much more lucrative, and much more efficient model in that sense. But now let's look into this thing, relationship with broader Virgin Group. So he talks about Sir Richard Branson. He's a billionaire and he has a life of multiple ventures. So he has Virgin Atlantic, Virgin Money, Virgin Media, some of the business that we have already gone through. And he's saying that he already has so much of businesses going on. So the mind is divided, and he sold couple of stocks or couple of shares from the SPCE so that he could use that money to fund his other struggling businesses. Well, that's how entrepreneurs do, even if he was doing for that purpose. But if you look into the aspect, Elon Musk has multiple ideas or multiple businesses that are going on. If you can't even name the number of businesses that Elon Musk are handling on your fingers. He's looking into Tesla, the SpaceX, the Boring Company, the Neuramind. Yeah, there are a few things that you can even remember or keep it on your fingers, and he's still doing it, and everything is working out balancedly, and he's able to manage everything properly. That's how entrepreneurs work, and that's how the jockey works. And if you're only looking at the horse, no, that doesn't make sense fully. Now, the next aspect is talking about the financials need a facelift. Yeah, so he's talking about, the Virgin Galactic has been losing money. They have been giving out negative quarters. They're not making money. Yes, that's true. He's also even going to the aspect of talking about R&D. The R&D expenses are going down. The administrative expenses are going up, and all those shenanigans they're talking about in this particular stock. And if you come back to the point, when was Virgin Galactic launched? 2004. They have been burning cash ever since. They just got public last year. You think they'll turn around the ship right away? No, they are working, and right now I think the best time for them was to go into public right now, is because they are close to their test flights. They're close to completion of or making their system perfect for commercial launch. Now they would need more money in order to make those assembly process for this spacecraft more efficient so that they can launch more spacecrafts and more vehicles out in the space. And this is the best time for them to go into the public. And yes, stock market is here to make money for the entrepreneurs, for the business. That's why companies come to the stock market. And then he makes the clear about better to stay away from SPCE stock, because one, Bezos, he said that he's going to be resigning or stepping down as the CEO of Amazon, and instead he's going to be focusing on Blue Origin. So Blue Origin could be something that you should be looking at instead of Virgin Galactic. Okay, thank you for letting us know.